A rookie just outsold LeBron James before taking a single snap. So if Shedeur Sanders is already beating legends off the field, what happens after his first NFL touchdown?
Bron, what's up, King? What's up, baby? First of all, we go way back, like Funk Flat, way back in the day when you was in high school doing that thing and I believe. But you said something yesterday on your story that got me kind of, sideways. Because you said, let's do a swap. That's insinuating that I ain't already have you taken care of. I think this is your size, dog. Yeah, I think this is your size, dog. Yeah. I think this is your size, dog. You know I got you covered. Now, let X be some of the LeBron. Every color, especially gold and black. Ain't hard to find.
Send everything to all for y'all. Jersey, suit, everything. Got y'all take care of y'all. Work out. What? These LeBron? Yeah. Clown. Why are you leaving? Nobody was even gonna say something. I finally got him from Travis. LeBron? What side though?
Travis just signed LeBron's signature.
For real? That's sick.
Yeah.
You guys need gloves.
Nah, it's LeBron's on it.
Oh, for real? This is Jersey, gang.
What size shoe he wear?
What size you wear? That's hard.
Wow.
Man, can you hold it up like you're happy?
Okay. I'ma show you. I need y'all help. I need y'all to blow Nike up. I mean, blow them up and tell them these must come out. I need your help. Where should they go? At Nike?
Nike US Football, Nike,
Yeah.
blow them all up.
The white on white with a little gold because I'm bold. These are the white on white with a little gold because I'm bold. And they cold. But they ain't gonna last a day because they all gonna be sold. That's what I'm told. You know what? Let the video roll. I need to put a beat. You know what? Give me the old Jay-Z beat behind that too. Imaginary player. Yeah. That's it.
Yo, stop what you're doing right now, because what I'm about to tell you is one of those moments that you'll remember exactly where you were when you heard it. Shedeur Sanders, a rookie who hasn't even taken a single NFL snap yet, just outsold LeBron James in jersey sales. LeBron James, the man with 4 rings, a billion-dollar brand, and 2 decades of cultural dominance. And Coach Prime, he absolutely lost it when he found out.
Cooking.
This is what we've been waiting for, my friend. A lot of time and effort, a lot of history here. And this is the first box from Mr. Massari and Mr. Matrell.
Ooh. That's when you know it's authentic. When you see that. And when you see that, that's the old logo. Thank you, Nike. That's the new logo. And watching the Colorado Buff. We ain't playing this year.
What's over?
We ain't playing. Oh my God. Which one do you guys like the best? Let us know.
All right, let's set the scene here because the context makes this even crazier. We're talking about jersey sales, not college jersey sales, not some local Colorado hype. We're talking about NFL pre-draft, pre-season jersey sales charts, the kind of list where you expect to see established names, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Jefferson, Jalen Hurts, and then, sitting right there near the very top, Shedeur Sanders. Now think about that for a second. LeBron James drops an NBA jersey and it moves units globally. The man has fans in Paris, Tokyo, Lagos, everywhere. His jersey isn't just a jersey, it's a lifestyle statement. So for a 22-year-old quarterback who hasn't played a single professional game yet to clear LeBron on those charts, that's not just impressive, that's historic. That's a cultural shift happening right in front of our eyes. And nobody was more turned up about it than Deion Sanders. Word got back to Coach Prime, and people close to the situation said he was grinning from ear to ear. We're talking the kind of smile that even his signature sunglasses couldn't hide. He's been preaching Shedeur's greatness from day one, through the Colorado era, through the draft questions, through all the noise about his arm strength, his measurables, whether he could handle an NFL system. Through all of that, Deion stayed locked in. And now, the market is speaking. Because here's the thing about jersey sales. Fans don't buy jerseys for guys they don't believe in. They don't spend $120 on a piece of fabric for someone they think is going to flop. When fans open their wallets, that's a vote of confidence. That's the public saying, we believe in this guy. We're riding with him. And right now, the public is riding with Shedeur Sanders harder than almost anybody in professional sports. But wait, before you think this is just a feel-good story, let me hit you with the part that's going to really blow your mind. The critics were out in full force during the draft process. You heard them. He's only good because of Deion's system. Colorado's schedule was weak. He doesn't have the physical tools for the NFL. Some analysts were treating him like a second-round flyer rather than a franchise-changing talent. And yet, while they were busy breaking down his 40-yard dash time and questioning his pocket presence, the fans were already buying his jersey like it was a limited drop.
Just to see your son's face on the bottom of a shoe is
They told me bust out my AP, perfect timing. Got them baguettes up on my neck and stay shining. It's never hot around my jewelry, chase a climbing. I went and got that new Maybach, I stayed grinding.
That's the disconnect that nobody in the media wants to talk about. The analysts said one thing, the people said something completely different. And guess what? The people have receipts. Let's zoom out even more, because when you put this in historical context, it gets even more surreal. LeBron James is arguably the most marketed athlete on the planet right now. The man has his own movie, his own production company, his own media empire. His brand reach extends well beyond basketball. So when a rookie quarterback from a mid-major school is pulling numbers that rival or beat King James in any category at all, you have to pause and recognize what's happening here. This isn't just about Shedeur Sanders being popular. This is about the Shedeur Sanders brand being a movement. And Deion, Coach Prime, has been architecting this moment for years. Think about it. He rebuilt his son's recruiting profile that Jackson State took him to Colorado, made the whole country watch, and now here they are, father and son, on the biggest stage in American sports, making history before the regular season even begins. That's not luck. That's a plan executed to perfection. People like to downplay Deion's role in Shedeur's rise, but let's be real. The blueprint was always bigger than football. Prime has always understood that the game is bigger than the game. It's about brand, identity, culture, and legacy. And he passed every single one of those lessons down to his son. Shedeur walks into rooms and carries himself like a man who already knows where he's going. That confidence, that's built. Now here's where it gets a little controversial, because some people are going to push back and say, it's just jersey sales. It doesn't mean anything on the field. And to those people I say, you're technically not wrong. Jersey sales don't win games. Popularity doesn't equal performance. But here's the twist. Shedeur Sanders has never given you a reason to doubt him when the lights are on. At Colorado, the man was throwing dimes in a system that was under-resourced, with a defense that was giving up points faster than they could score them, and he still showed up every single week. He took hits, he got back up, he delivered. So this isn't a case of hype outrunning talent. The hype is chasing talent that already proved itself.
And let me tell you something else that nobody's really connecting right now. The fact that his jersey is outpacing a guy like LeBron, whose team just re-signed him, by the way, tells you everything about where the cultural attention is shifting. The NFL has been eating the NBA's lunch for years when it comes to mainstream appeal, and Shedeur Sanders might be the next face of that takeover. Think about the demographic pulling those jersey numbers. You've got longtime NFL fans who watched Deion play and are now cheering for his son. You've got the younger generation that followed Shedeur through the college era and turned his Colorado highlights into viral content every single weekend. You've got casual fans who might not even watch football regularly, but know the name Shedeur Sanders because the story's just that compelling. And you've got people who simply admire the journey. A young black quarterback with a famous father who stepped out of that shadow and started building his own legacy. That combination, that's how you beat LeBron James in jersey sales before you've played a single professional game. And Coach Prime knows exactly what this means, because Deion Sanders didn't just raise a quarterback, he raised a brand, he raised a story, and he raised a young man with the kind of mental toughness that this league tests from day one. So when he got that news, when somebody probably texted him or pulled up a chart and showed him where his son's name was sitting on that list, of course he got excited. Of course he celebrated. Because that reaction wasn't just a father being proud. That was a man watching his vision come to life in real time. The haters had their moment during the draft process. They questioned the picks, the rankings, the stock, and while all of that was going on, Shedeur Sanders was quietly becoming one of the most marketable athletes in the country. Before training camp, before preseason, before his first NFL snap. Imagine what those numbers look like after his first touchdown pass. So, I'll leave you with this. If jersey sales are a measure of belief, and the public is buying Shedeur Sanders at a rate that rivals the biggest names in all of American sports, at what point do we stop calling him a prospect and start calling him a superstar? Drop your answer in the comments. Is Shedeur Sanders already a cultural icon, or does he still have something to prove on the field first? I want to hear where you stand. And look, if you're here for the real stories, the ones the mainstream media glosses over and the analysts don't want to give credit for, then you already know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, because we're just getting started, and the Shedeur Sanders story, it's nowhere near its peak yet.